Disney Plus has serious potential. Hey, what's up, Nerd Fam? This is your boy Gashawn. I'm going to welcome you to Enter the Nerd. So if you love Marvel and all the characters in it, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel because we're going to be talking a lot about characters and all types of comic book stuff on this channel. Now, what I do want to talk about today is Disney Plus. Now, a couple of days ago, about a week ago, don't say it, they released a whole slate of things that are coming to Disney Plus, right? Now, what's really interesting is I keep thinking about what kind of possibilities does Disney Plus have and who should they be using said possibilities for? Now, I've already, we know they're doing like She-Hulk, they're doing Falcon and Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, Loki, they're introducing Riri Williams and Kamala Khan, which I'll get to in a second because that's not what I really would have want. But there's more with WandaVision and stuff like that. But I'm thinking Disney Plus, they shouldn't be wasting any of these shows on characters that are just going to anchor to characters that are already in the universe. You should be using Disney Plus to establish not just brand new characters, but also the universes and said other teams and stuff that are also related to those characters. For example, when you have Riri Williams and Kamala Khan, like Riri Williams is, obviously connected to Tony Stark, and Kamala Khan's obviously going to be used as, paying homage to Carol Danvers. That's what they're going to be using her for because the Inhumans don't exist yet. Like they had a show, but that failed. But as far as the MCU is concerned, the Inhumans don't really exist, and she's an Inhuman. So I don't think they're going to go that route. And if they are, they have to explain that. It kind of stops at those two characters versus if you were to introduce someone like, and I'm going to be a broken record about this, but like Night Thrasher, because he introduces the new warriors, with Rage and Namorita and Firestar and Nova. That'd be an all new team. And you don't have to, well, the great thing about Disney Plus is any character that you introduce, you don't have to worry about, spending 30 minutes of a 2-hour movie to explain their origin. Disney Plus, you could do that in detail. So you have characters like that. I would even say like Blue Marvel, like you can do that. You can literally have that the run that he had, Adam, Legend of Blue Marvel, and make that into its own series. And I thought, when I think Disney Plus, I think about that. Like, what if you could make these shows comic book runs? For example, I think the number one candidate for this would be the X-Men. They've had a whole bunch of movies and they keep failing. Why? Because all of their villains and characters really require more than 2 hours of time to really flesh out. They are perfect for Disney Plus. Age of Apocalypse, that's perfect for Disney Plus to be able to expand. Phoenix, all of that is perfect to be able to explain over a long course of time. And they have hundreds of characters in just the X-Men alone. You could have like an X-Men series, and you can even put like Astonishing X-Men. Like you can use that just so you can talk about what team it is. X-Factor, X-Force, Excalibur. You can have all those different types of shows with different characters, and all the shows can feel different based on who the characters are. I think it'd be perfect. And with all of those shows that you have going on, right? Then when you have like a big team up movie, they're just there because you already got a chance to see them in these episodics. Now in the movies, you don't have to waste time with too much exposition. They're there and they're already doing their thing, which is what I think Marvel is going. However, I think they're just wasting time on certain characters. And why? Like they say, we just need, like we're focusing on representation and we're trying to. If you look at the entire catalog of Marvel, you're going to get there. You're going to meet that quota anyway because it's a diverse roster of characters within the entire Marvel universe. Despite contrary to the popular belief that it isn't. It is. It's just that it's not put in mainstream. Guess what? Now there's a time to do that. And we're talking about characters that stand on their own, that are completely original, that don't share a name or even like motivations with anyone else. Honestly, this is something that Disney Plus could really really do. These series don't even have to be long. They could be like 6 or 7 episodes when you're talking about like a character. An hour long for a character and then move on. Like imagine that Blue Marvel show I was talking about leading to the Mighty Avengers. You know, with him, Spectrum, Blade, stuff like that. Why not? Spectrum should have her own show. She should not be guest starring in WandaVision, by the way. I say that in a whole other video, but I just want to remind you that's someone who could have their own show and not be a set piece. Why they're not doing it? Who knows, right? Who knows? But she fits a quota. Like, she's super powerful. Not gonna go to I have other video. I'm not gonna go too much into that. But all of the cool original characters that they could bring out in Disney Plus, and then just tie that into the films, and then make it so where it's like, hey, like how you increase the worth of a Disney Plus subscription, especially on that Marvel end. You make it so that these shows directly tie into the movies, and the movies directly tie into the shows. So it's like you miss out if you don't watch this movie. You miss out if you don't watch this show. You might miss out. And that's a good way to do it, because if you think about it, comics are exactly like that. If you miss a couple runs in these events, you're not going to understand why a character went from here to here. So if we're trying to make this a reflection of the comic books, you do it that way. But it's all readily available on the streaming service for them to see it. But that's me, because I love storytelling. I love having all these characters weave into different things. But like right now, they seem to be catering towards like characters that just represent something, and not characters that literally can plug in and introduce certain things. Like, you know, where's Black Bolt in Inhumans? They can do the Inhumanity storyline. That'd be great as a show. That'd be great to see, like, you know, the whole Terrigen Mist thing happen. That'd be awesome. Seeing a true Age of Ultron, even though that already happened in the MCU, but I would love to see that. Like when they go into the future and Ultron did all this stuff, you know, maybe redoing an Old Man Logan, you know, because obviously they want to bring Wolverine in. And I think during the Disney Plus X-Men stuff, if they ever did that, would be great. You can have Wolverine show up in there, and then eventually when he's on screen, he's just beating people up. And we already got a lot of the exposition out in the shows. And just when he's in the movies, he's allowed to just be him in his full form. I mean, I think that's a good idea. I don't know about you. I don't know if a lot of people don't know the comics, and I get it, and that's why I say this stuff, because there's so many characters out there that'd be awesome, and so many different universes. Like imagine a whole film series about like the future stuff, like 2099, the 2099 universe, Spider-Man 2099, X-Men 2099, Ghost Rider 2099, a whole bunch. You can just do like a whole side thing. Like they have like a what if thing coming up, but like why stop at that what if? Like you can actually do different runs. I think people would like it. I think people would actually love it. What about White Tiger? They talk about representation, right? It's the first Puerto Rican superhero. Where's he at? And that's that'll be a martial arts show. And the first season could be Hector, who has the role first, and then the second season could be his sister, who eventually takes over the role. You hit all the targets that you're trying to hit there, and it's something that's relevant in the comics, and it's not forced, because it is what it is. I'm not really sure whoever's like curating this, if they're really looking to really make a cohesive story, or just, you know, going for the low-hanging fruit of what, you know, evokes that like base emotion when people see a character like, oh, he looks like me, so let's go get that. Let's go appeal to the social stuff. It's like, nah, you will appeal to the social stuff if you just dig into your roster and use Disney Plus appropriately. That's what I think. So let me know what you think about that. If that makes any sense. If you're like, nah, man, like I just want to see whatever character they throw at me. I don't really care about stories. Or if you're like, no, I read the comics. I know there's tons of characters that can get so much love. Hell, before I even end this, I just thought about this. You know, this is a Marvel video. DC could take advantage of this too. They could use Static in HBO. Like, where's all the Milestone stuff? Where's Blood Syndicate? You don't think there could be a Vixen show for HBO? I guess I'll save that for Warner Brothers. But there's so many things that could be done. Honestly, these streaming services could be the future of tie-ins to films. Like even bringing back value to certain films. Because honestly, if you do a Disney Plus show and then leads up to a film, it's like an automatic $1 billion. You can just keep doing that. But whatever. Let me know what you think. Keep on reading these comics, keep on loving these characters, and keep on educating yourself on which characters actually exist. But don't forget to enter the nerd.